Hi everyone, my name is Deborah and this is the Edit by DH. Today I have a short video on the Glossier Monochrome eyeshadow palettes, which are brand spanking new. I've got 2 of the colour palettes out of a total of 10, which I'll go into in just a moment, but I just wanted to quickly talk about it first. So when I first heard about Glossier releasing their eyeshadow palettes, I felt excited enough to purchase it, obviously, but there was another part of me that felt a bit conflicted because I always feel that with Glossier, their makeup is a little bit hit and miss. There's certain things which are, you know, loved worldwide and then become huge global hits, and then there's other things which I think, it's just a bit meh, you know, it's neither here nor there. I'd love to hear down below what you guys think about Glossier makeup specifically. I'm not talking about skincare, just their makeup. So for me, for example, I love their stretch concealer. For me, it's like one of the best concealers on the market. It's hydrating enough, it covers you without making your skin or, you know, under eye area look cakey. You can use it on the face, etc, etc. And I know that their like boy brow products are really like cult worthy as well. I have tried some of their like liquid eyeshadows and shimmers, and it's like some are good, some are like it's a bit patchy on application. So that's why I'm asking what you think about their makeup. So today let's move on to the monochrome eyeshadow palettes, which is what you're here for. I got one in colour Almond and one in colour Jute, I think it is, and I decided that since I have only one pair of eyes, that I would just apply one on camera, but I didn't kind of want you guys to miss out or have to wait for me to do an Instagram thing. So I had a play with the Jute, which is like the greyish toned eyeshadow palette, which I'll show you now. So this is what the packaging looks like. It feels like it's a tin, but there might be more information about it in the description, which I'll read in just a moment. Also, if you look at the palette, it kind of looks like 3, like, I don't know, to me it looks like chocolate bars. I have to say I'm not crazy about the packaging. I don't know what you guys think. It's kind of the same material, in my opinion, as the Hourglass ones that I've recently reviewed. However, those still get away with feeling and looking expensive. This doesn't. I guess the only difference is the price point, because this is £19. So when you open it up, the colours are like this, and like I said, it is refillable. So this one is the Jute Palette, the greys, and normally I'm not a fan of grey tones, like cooler tones, but only because I'm warmer toned, so I tend to naturally gravitate towards warmer toned eyeshadows. But there's something about this palette that just drew my eye to it, and it is such a beautiful trio of shades. The only thing I will say is that when I applied it, I felt quite disappointed with the colour payoff, as in there was a lack of pigment, and I really struggled to get boldness out. I know they are subtle colours, but you know, even with subtle colours, you can still get a strong colour payoff by just dipping your brush in once and you boom, it's there. Whereas this, I didn't feel that it had that impact. So when doing my eye makeup, it was really subtle, and sometimes with shimmers you need to apply with your finger as opposed to a brush in order to get that pigment or color payoff. But even with my finger, the shimmers were just a little bit like meh, you know, they didn't really show up. When I then applied it on my hand and did the hand swatches, yes, it was a bit better on my hand, but I mean, what's the point? Because I'm not going to wear the eyeshadows on my hand, they're going on my eyes, right? And I did then try to wet the formula, because sometimes I do find wetting these sort of powders, it does intensify either the color or the shimmer. I didn't wet the matte pigment because there's just no point. I experimented with the shimmers, and yes, there was more of a color payoff, as you may see in my hand swatches picture now, but it wasn't like insane. Like, it wasn't like, oh, there's a huge difference, you know. So based off of this palette, I was quite disappointed with the pigment. That's why I just wanted to give it another go. I don't know whether it's just these particular trio of colors or whether it's the formula across the board, and that's why I wanted to try the Almond palette for you on camera. I haven't even swatched it, you haven't played with it, because I wanted to do that on camera with you guys. So this is Almond. How pretty is that? And yes, I have countless palettes with this color story in it, but I still would rather go for a palette where I'm likely to wear the colours and shadows rather than wear it once and go, oh my god, this is crazy fun, and then, you know, close it and never wear it again. You know, I would rather get something I'm likely to use over and over again. So I really like this colour story, and it's very fall autumnal appropriate, so I really like this one. Originally it comes with a mirror sticker which says you look good, very nice. You then obviously just peel it off and then you have a mirror. Like I said earlier, it is a refillable palette. There are like gaps, I don't know if you can see, so I wonder if you just get a sharp tool and just poke it out. I will try for you guys in just a second. So it's refillable, it's buildable, it's enhancing apparently, it's vegan formula and cruelty free. It says it's a monochromatic eyeshadow trio in 3 essential finishes. So I'm assuming it's matte, shimmer and perhaps sparkle. I don't know what they would call it. Oh yeah, there you go. Matte, satin and metallic is what they say. And then it offers a range of intensity and can be used alone or together for a monochromatic dimension. It's formulated without talc, natural mica fragrance. It's recyclable, dermatologist tested, ophthalmologist tested, suitable for contact lenses wearer and those with sensitive eyes. I mean, I feel like they're trying to make additional points of benefits, but I believe most eyeshadow palettes have been tested and they are safe. Like I said, there's 10 color stories or color themes all together, and I got 2 of the 10. So you saw Jute and this is Almond, and I'm now going to apply it before I give you any further thoughts. I just wanted to show you my eyes. So I put the matte color as an all over sort of base color. Then I use this satin just to go over it and just wash over it and add another dimension to it. And then I use this sort of metallic, or in my eyes more of a sparkle, just underneath to brighten it. That's what it looks like. I mean, color wise, I think it's super duper pretty. Honestly, I can see myself wearing this palette again. And I just wanted to show you the hand swatches as well. That's the matte, that's the satin, and that's the metallic. So you can see how gorgeous the colors are, and the colors themselves look super expensive. They're very chic tones. They're the kind of colors that would suit so many people. Like, as a makeup artist, I would have gravitated towards this palette for clients because it's just something that would just suit everyone. Like I said, for people with warmer skin tones, it would work. For people with blue eyes, it would make their eyes pop. For green eyes, it would work, you know, it would work on everyone. Only thing I'd say, and I can now say with more confidence after having tried both palettes, is that the pigment isn't very strong. So if you're after something that just gives you instantaneous pigment and you don't need to work on it too much and you want dramatic quickly, this is not it. This is really good for those who like eyeshadow, who like to wear eye makeup, but perhaps want something more understated and subtle. This is definitely a palette for you if you are the latter. I do think that the color pigment was better than the Jute, as in the Almond color pigment was better than the Jute, but even then it was super subtle. It's definitely something you could wear daily because it's so easy and very minimal, if that makes sense. But if you wanted something dramatic for a night out, and you're one of those people that like the pigments that you get from most other eyeshadow palettes, to be honest. I was going to say Pat McGrath, but there are so many eyeshadow palettes where you get this color payoff, like Hourglass, Pat McGrath. Even the recent videos that I recently did on ℕ𝕠𝕠𝕟, like the pigment's there. So it's not even about the price point or the fact that it's slightly cheaper than these brands. I don't know, maybe that's what they wanted. Maybe they wanted something that was more subtle. So I just added some mascara just to complete the look. And I will try and show you this eyeshadow look from a different light, because sometimes I do feel like, even though this is natural light, it can make a difference showing you in different lights, if that makes sense. So this is how the eyeshadow palette looks popped out, just to show you, because I said I would. So that's the refill. And then you just stick it back in and it has a satisfying click click. I just quickly wanted to mention what I've got on right now. I have a base of ℙ𝕠𝕝𝕚. I don't know if this is new, like a new launch, but I will talk about it in another video because I feel like it deserves its own shout out. So this is the Radiant Cream Foundation, I think it is, by ℚ𝕬𝕠𝕚𝕐. So let me know if that's something you want to see on Instagram or YouTube. Also, I have got on my face Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit in Universe. You may or may not have seen I did a review on this. If not, I've got a link down to it below. So this is what's on my cheeks right now in terms of blush and also highlighter. I still love it. As always, I've got my Kevyn Aucoin contour, which I absolutely swear by, and if you guys have been following me for a while, you will know I am obsessed with this. On my brows, because my brow laminations has started to fall down a little bit, it's not as strong anymore. I'm going to get my brows laminated again towards the end of the month. I've gone back to using my favorite Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. And also on my lips, I've got the MAC Powder Kiss lip color, liquid lip color in Date Maker. So I normally do write a list of things that I've used on my face, normally, not always, down below in my live links. But sometimes I like to also go through it just in case you guys have any questions about it, because I've often found that I will do a video and months later I'll forget about it entirely, and then someone will watch it out of the blue and then ask me, oh, what did you have on your face, your cheeks, your lips? And I'll sometimes I'll remember. Sometimes I do have a freakishly good memory on certain things, and then sometimes I'll just won't know. So that's why I link things down below. But the reason I'm kind of taking you through it in this video today is just because I wanted to let you know that I will do a video on this eventually, a video or post, and that's why I want to know, what do you guys want to see? If you see any live links down below and it's labeled affiliate links, it just means that if you decide to purchase anything and you purchase through my link, it means that it won't cost you anything additional and that I will get a small commission based off of your sale, but only if you decide to purchase. Then using my link will help me so much, so I would just say thank you in advance. There's quite a few exciting launches coming up, and it's, you know, it's a festive season, so just keep your eyes peeled for my upcoming videos, including a certain Lisa Eldridge video. You know how much I love Lisa Eldridge, and if you don't, you should know how much I love her. I mean, that's her book right there, which was signed by the goddess herself. I am going to try to get my hands on what I can for her upcoming launch this week, just to ensure you don't miss out on any videos. If you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe, and then just click on the notification bells to be alerted of any new videos. On that note, this is it, short and sweet. Let me know down below what you think of the makeup, what you think of Glossier. Even if you don't have anything to say about makeup and you just want to say hi, I would love to hear from you. I always love reading your comments. Thanks as always. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one.
This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion.